Hello, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2, marginally detilted from last time I played. I did a bunch of runs of this. I'll just I'm going to show it once, because I think it's relevant. But an important part is I did not do that many. I did about 8 so far, and I can show exactly why I stopped. And it will take not that long, but it's mostly an aesthetic thing. The reason that I don't want to continue doing it, because as I do this, I have to die, or I either have to kill the phantom that spawns, or I have to die. And dying every time is really annoying. I can't leave. I can't save quit. I could Alt F4 probably, but you can't save quit when there's a phantom in the area. It's kind of dumb, and it is all the more reason that I'm tilted. I won't fight them yet. I'll show that at this point I already get one shot every time they hit me with most of their attacks. Maybe not all of them, but they just one-shot me, so I don't fight them. The two important things to collect up here. Well, there was a Radiant Life Gem that I picked up back there, so I've gotten like 9 more of those. This is where I died last time. I've gotten a bunch of souls, because for the first 4 or 5 runs of this, he was pretty easy to kill, and he didn't one-shot me. Crimson Water. Don't think I'm going to ever use it. It's probably worth grabbing every time, though. These guys drop down here, I figured out after a little while, and then walk all the way back up. They also do a lot of damage. But then Mushroom and Wilted Dusk Herb. Mushrooms that I will use, probably. And the Ascetics to loop it, but I'm going to heal first, just to sort of show a point. So I was going to try to strong attack him, because it takes like 10 strong attacks to kill him, but that's why I am not doing this anymore. I mean, I was mostly joking when I previously said I was going to get 50. I wasn't totally serious. But I mean, if it was fun to run, grab the items, and then feather out, I might have been able to do 50 of them. But that guy one-shots you. So I do have a net gain of these. I've gained like 3 or 4. I've used 1. But I'm not doing this anymore because that guy one-shots me every time now. And it's just not as fun. I can keep going. I just don't want to have to die to reset. And it's just not interesting. So that's that for now. I do have to go grab my souls, though. I don't think he one-shots me if I'm full HP. But he does 2-shot me, which makes killing him slower. Ah, shoot. I shouldn't have used that. I'm going to try to kill him this time, then. Because I can't leave without killing him. There is more here that I have to explore, actually. But I'm not going to do that today. Oh, this is a fading soul. It's like 50, 100 souls, I think. It's not really worth grabbing. They don't respawn unless I burn an ascetic. Which maybe I should have if I'm doing this again. But the game is currently on New Game Plus like 10 or something. And yeah, I can't feather out because this guy's here. And he almost one-shots me, and I do that much damage to him. And I'm dead. That's why I'm not doing this anymore. If I could fight him, it'd be fine. He 2-shots me, I like 15-shot him. It's not very fun. But that's enough of that. I'm going to go back to Shulva and explore that DLC. And hopefully be able to loot bright bugs later. Because if I can loot bright bugs, it will be useful. Because I don't get one-shot as easily if I have a bright bug. And I do more damage, so it's quicker to fight the alone. Because the alone fight doesn't tilt me. I'm just... Specifics about how the game works have tilted me to the point where I don't want to put in the effort to get to the point where I can beat alone without a bright bug. Because I don't respect the game. Because it just has these baffling design choices, implementations that are just immensely frustrating. And so for me, sure, it would be good to beat him without a bright bug. And I might do a couple tries later. I don't have my souls back. They're gone. Ah, I need the souls, though. It's so many souls. I forgot about it because, like, oh, that's the only way you can leave this place is by killing him or dying. It's just... I forgot about it. I got into the loop of accepting death. But no, I have to... I don't want to lose those souls because I wanted to spend them on a bright bug. Yeah, it had a 10 in the bottom right of the image, which I assume means new game plus 10. Or maybe new game plus 9. Because all of the other ones are 1, which implies it's base game. So 10 would be plus 9. Yeah, the best way I found to kill this guy was just strong attack chaining him, which is not even consistent. Because in that last fight where I died, before that he'd never done a rolling swing attack. He'd always done a rolling stab. So he's changed somehow. He probably hasn't actually changed. He's probably just coincidentally never done that in the previous 9 runs. Actually considering, could I run all the way to the boss room, despawn him, save quit? Oh yeah, I can show it. You can't quit the game. I could Alt F4, and I actually might. You know what, I will. No reason to respect it. Alt F4 does that. It really does hijack your computer a lot. Like, you can't directly Alt F4 out of the game without it quitting and then the Alt F4 goes through. That's weird. It's like some other games, if you press Alt F4, they can have a pop-up being like, do you want to quit? Which they really shouldn't, because Alt F4 is supposed to be force quit for when it's not responding and such. So games games and other programs that hijack the Alt F4 is kind of dumb. Like, when the whole purpose of Alt F4 is I can't interact with my computer, I need to force this program to close. They should never hijack the Alt F4 and prevent you from just quitting out instantly. But they do. And I think that's bad. And I wish they didn't do it. And it's just... that is part of what I hate about this game. It's just... it implements... it's a bad program. Can I buy 10 of these? No. Okay, then I won't. It, you know, messes with your entire screen's format. Like, when it full screens and unfull screens, everything else just flashes off and on sometimes. It's not a good program. I don't know how to program it in a way that would matter to this, so I'm not, like, judgmental, but every Dark Souls game is bad when it comes to how it interacts with a computer that's just in use. This game is the worst by far. It really doesn't behave how a good program, game, whatever, should. You should never have every other window resized because a game is in full screen. It should never mess with that. Oh, and this guy chased me this time. Backstab? Thank you. I'm just gonna leave. Because honestly, the more I play this game, the more the fundamentals of the game are flawed in my opinion, and maybe objectively, I don't know. I mean, the stuff about messing with other programs is objectively flawed. This is where I need a key to get to where I'm trying to get to for bright bugs. I believe. Please be a bonfire. No. Just a random item. It's a tutorial. Like, It's a terrible program. It doesn't behave how it really should. And the fact that it's flawed in that way is a more objective, yeah, this game is bad. And that makes the game just feel that much worse when it's an objective, the game is poorly ported. And maybe it was just as bad on. These are not phantoms. And that's not the input I was going for, but they're too tall to be people. And I can't hit them. Lovely. For some reason, these are different than the things in the shaded woods. The shaded woods, guys, you can attack. These ones, you can't. No way to signal that, though, except for swinging and missing and then them attacking you and killing you. Instead of making them look different to the ones in the shaded woods, just make them look the same. Great signaling of how enemies work. I'm just tilted. After I finish the next 2 episodes, I'll be free for a week, and maybe next time I won't be tilted, but until then, I will be tilted. Ah, yes. One of them got launched, but the other didn't. Logical. Not a backstab. Not a backstab. Why was it not a backstab? No idea. I respect trying to counteract backstabs being too easy. I think backstabs being too easy is preferable to backstabs not triggering when you really expect them to. Of course, that's because it benefits the player and but it's less annoying. Obviously, PvP, it's more relevant, but I don't care about PvP. Can I kill you? Yes, are you gone now, or can I kill you now? Okay, so that's how that works. I mean, it wasn't poorly telegraphed, but they could have made them look different so that you'd be like, oh yeah, you can't attack these. You don't have to attack them and learn. Instead, if they were tinged even slightly different from the guys in the shaded woods, it wouldn't be a weird reveal. It would be like, okay, these are different. But instead, they look the same. They're different enemies, obviously, but they look the same. And they don't behave the same. It would be so difficult to make them slightly green, to make it clear that they behave differently. It's the most justifiably polarizing game in the series, for sure. Like, some of the bosses are fun, and some of the bosses are really awful, but some of the bosses are a lot of fun. They are good bosses. And like, good weapon variety, well, reasonable weapon variety, stuff like that. It's solid in that way, but in the ways that are more, well, I mean, the bosses are the most important to me, but considering everything else, there's a lot of frustrating stuff, so I can't, like, it's, actually, I can see how much the Elizabethan mushrooms, it's a waste to use one, but I just want to see how much it heals. For, like, as a basic reference. Heals at least that much. Which means they're probably, I didn't read what that was. They're probably a full heal for me. And I think they might stack, well, I mean, Estus stack with, life gems stack with life gems, so I bet the Elizabethan mushrooms stack with life gems. It's possible that it continues even after you hit full health. Because is that aura on me the normal aura, or is that from the Elizabethan mushroom? Because if it goes away, then that means that the Elizabethan mushroom is still going. Yes. So even once I hit full HP, it continues to heal, I'm guessing. That is very useful. Because it would overheat, like, life gems, maybe not base life gems, but various life gems will overheal to a large extent. But those, if I use them, and then I get hit again, after I heal to full from the initial hit that I took that caused me to heal, I would still continue to heal after I get hit again, which is very valuable. So those are very good. Ah, it's a trap. Is that trap triggered by the chest? No, it isn't. It's triggered by this. And triggering the trap triggered the enemies who walk in a way that makes no sense. Yes, I hit the guy behind me, and it doesn't stagger either of them. These scrawny, bony zombie guys are unstaggered by a giant hunk of metal. And I'm staggered by arrows hitting me. I have 43 strength. I'm very strong. Yet a single arrow hits me and I'm staggered for 2 seconds. But those scrawny zombies get hit by a huge hunk of metal and it does nothing. It makes sense. Sort of. It's a normal Dark Souls thing. I hate it. I wish it didn't do that, but... Give up. Just let me run past you, please. Thank you. One thing that's a weird change from Dark Souls 1 to Dark Souls 2. For some reason, Dark Souls 2 lets you shove people out of the way a little. Dark Souls 1 doesn't do that. And I mean, I think Dark Souls 3, Elden Ring, you can kind of shove people a bit. But it's really weird that Dark Souls 2, that's as much of a trash fire in terms of those sorts of letting you run past stuff. It never lets you run past stuff, but will let you shove enemies out of the way sometimes. It's just... Okay, that's going to trigger them probably. It didn't this time. What is with these enemies? What triggered them last time? I want consistency. That's the most important thing. And that strong attack only did 500 damage. Despite the fact that it's a strong attack and my normal attacks do 600 to 700. Wow, so fun. Dried root. I'm not even going to check what that does, because it's probably useless. And by that I mean I'm going to wait for this guy to stop shooting at me, so I have to waste time anyway. What the... Is it one of these? Dried root. Ah, restores HP. I should see what it does. How long does it last? Does it last... Oh, that's just garbage. That's so bad. It's better than the Ring of Light, or the Ring of Regeneration, whatever it's called. That's so useless. Like, at best, that incentivizes, yeah, hide in a corner. Guess what? I ain't doing this. There's a phantom that spawns down there. Or a forlorn that spawns. So I'm not gonna jump down there. I'm sick of this game and I'm not gonna try to... I'm not gonna fight it. I'm not gonna engage with encounters in good faith. I'm gonna be like, oh, why would I do that when I could just do this? Why engage in good faith when the game itself doesn't? It's not good faith. The game is meant to be difficult, so it's not the same, but... Really, mostly, why engage in good faith when the game is just obnoxious? Oh, there's an archer that you can't kill? Guess you better waste a couple minutes shooting it with arrows. It has homing arrows. You do not. Why would you get homing arrows? I mean, there are some magic that are homing, but... And that's actually the biggest thing. If that guy was a magic dude, I would totally be fine if his magic homed in on me. I wouldn't complain. I would have no issue with that. But instead, they choose to put an archer up there. The reason I'm shooting this guy still is because, yes, shields. What do? What do shields do? They block arrows to the head, obviously. Let's hope I can kill that guy before the guy spawns. Ah, yes. Okay, the guy didn't spawn at least, which is good. This is what I did to that guy in Aldia's Keep. I just strong attacked him. That's how I was able to kill him 4 times. Despite the fact that I would consistently get 2 shot. And that I'm not good enough to actually dodge. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm not dead. I'm lucky. Oh, what's frustrating about the guy in Aldia's Keep? He has a jumping attack that, like, he's in the air, and you can roll beside him, and he'll spin 90 degrees and still chase you further mid-air. It's such garbage. All these games do that. It's not something unique to this installment of the series. But it's such garbage. They could very easily just not let jumping attacks like that chase you. But no, they will chase you. Wrong button. If this crushes me, I'll be so pissed. I would laugh once, but I'd be pissed. Ah. I stopped zooming in too soon, so I missed. It's kind of lame that there's nothing up here. I guess you can kill him if you don't shoot him with a bow, but like, that's really lame. Can I shoot that? Probably not. I'm assuming my arrow is despawning before it gets that far. Yeah, because it just disappears. I don't think I can shoot it from here. I'll go one more. Yeah, I'm gonna say that just doesn't work because the arrow just disappears. There's a door there. Excuse me. I'm assuming that might trigger from the button at the far end. Ah, gameplay. I mean, this is a classic, so I can't really complain, but... They want me to shoot the button. Wrong button again. Will they let me shoot it? Okay, no drop off. So that might be the thing back here, but I can't go back. It's probably not the thing back there. Maybe this will let me go back. I kind of enjoy the sort of puzzling when there's no enemies nearby. It's kind of fun to me. It's a nice change of pace from the obnoxious enemies. But guess what? I'm not interacting with this garbage. Wow. What triggered it? The button right there. Okay. I don't like these buttons. They're very small. Which actually, it does a great job of serving its purpose. So I actually really respect that choice. Like, the buttons in the previous games and the future games are a lot bigger for those sorts of traps. So they aren't really hard to... They're very hard to miss sometimes. This is a much more subtle trap button. I actually really respect that. I think that's a great change from previous games. No teeth. No teeth. No locks on the front. I'm having a good time now. Petrified Dragon, that's good. Having a good time. Still broadly tilted by this game, but having a good time. Enjoying this area, mostly. It's weird to me how puzzling that name is. Because puzzling stone sword, it's like, okay, yeah, it's just a name for a sword, but it raises a lot of questions. Is it used for a puzzle here? Is it just aesthetically pleasing? Oh, it's that weapon. It's Fencer Sharon's weapon. Oh, that's great. I love it. I don't know how to trigger that. I triggered it that time. Okay, no, it's every time. So is it... Okay, that's when that triggers. If I am one-handing it, it does the jump. No? What? What? So that's one before the other. Is the jump? If you do it at the same time, it does the jump? That's so precise. That's the jumping attack. And that's the forward strong attack. Briefly, like, quick strong attack. Weird. Kind of like this weapon. I like the aesthetic. It's a 165 bonus? Maybe I can upgrade it and use it for fun. The next bonfire I find, I will upgrade that. I will go back to Majula. I will upgrade that and see how it goes. Because it actually doesn't... I mean, it's dex scaling and I don't have a ton. I mean, I have 37 dex. I have almost as much dex as I have strength, actually. So really, I shouldn't be like, oh, it's a dex weapon. I have 6 less dex. So really, it's scaling pretty much the same as any strength weapon would. Oh, do I have to drop down after I shoot that, maybe? I don't like dropping down places because then you can't get back. But it's interesting. Oh, I hate that. I hate that sound. Ah, good interactive gameplay. Guess it's more time to use a bow. Oh, I hate it. I don't know if I want to drop down there. I don't think I do. Oh, I had an item. I need to not die, though. If I die, I can't go back to Majula to upgrade the weapon, because I'll be out of souls. I'll have no souls. There's spikes on one side. Interactive gameplay time. Oh, too high, because it doesn't really drop very far. 9 to regen stamina. And shoot it again. Because I'm not willing to interact with that. I need to get that off my bar. These are going to break all my armor, aren't they? Oh, more of these guys. Do I bait them to the left and then run past? Okay, that went okay. I don't know where their crypt is, though. I don't want to go there. I don't know where I need to go. I do not know where I need to go. I don't like this. I don't like these guys. I don't know where their crypts are. Or their tombs, or their sarcophaguses. I am going to use a life gem. Someone died there because they got ganked exactly like this, and then they died because there's nothing you can do. Because I'm just stuck. I'm just stuck. There's literally nothing I can do. I love this design. I love enemies that you physically can't hit. You swing a sword and it does nothing, but they can physically block your movement. logical. Logical. Your sword passes straight through them. It does nothing, but you can't roll through them. Highly logical. It definitely makes sense. Like, I figured you wouldn't be able to roll through them because they can hit you, but at least do, like, it would be annoying if your attacks bounced, but I would much rather them be like, oh, they're in soul form, you can't hit them because their body is protecting them with a shield of magical energy, so every attack bounces. That would justify not being able to damage them, as well as not being able to roll through them, and them being able to damage you. It would justify what occurs. Instead, I have to do this slowly. But instead, the enemies can't be rolled through, but your weapons also just go straight through them. So, weapons go through, but your body doesn't. You just sort of... You run into nothing because that's what happens. Okay, that did at least hit. Having so much fun. Because I don't know if the Forlorn respawns, and I don't want to waste time. Well, I'm fine wasting some time, but I don't want to die to it again. Like, if the Forlorn doesn't respawn when I go down this time, any future runs, I won't do this every time. I will actually just go down and fight and kill the mage and then the other dudes, but because I want the souls back, because I need to spend it on upgrading the sword that I just got, I don't want to die. I want to upgrade that sword, because it's fun. It's aesthetically pleasing. It's also possible that... Love it. Okay, I need to hit this one more time. And I'm dead. There goes my souls. I forgot those guys would jump down, because that's not how I entered last time. But... no Forlorn. Probably. Though the fact that I can't be 100% certain that Forlorn won't spawn next time says a lot about this game. Because sometimes they spawn multiple times, sometimes they don't. Most of the time it's consistent, but in the Iron Keep, sometimes they would spawn once each for each type of enemy, and they don't always spawn right away, but then there was some places where the enemies would spawn once and then never again, even if you died to them. This one respawned even after I killed it, and sometimes it takes longer for them to spawn in the first place, so I have no reason to be 100% confident that they won't respawn this time. Guess what? I have to take it slowly. Kill them here, then kill them there. Otherwise I get jumped. Did it rotate? It did. Okay, wonderful. At least I don't need to rotate it again. Well, I have to rotate it one more time, but like... I just need this to rotate. Backstab? Not a backstab. Okay, but as long as I leave this down, I'll be fine. Though I will be chased. Is there any trap back there? No. Can I go into the door? Is the door open? It is not. So now it's time to check out this. I'm going to take the Elizabethan mushrooms off my bar. Honestly, I should also really take this off my bar. I can just use it from the inventory. I can go here, here, and then over. It's not that bad. The fastest way to get to it is probably down, 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 left, left. So I need to shoot this. No, maybe I don't. Because it is preserved between goes, and I shot it once last time, so I shouldn't need to shoot it again. Yeah, like this is preserved. There's nothing here because I already explored it. I just need to drop down here and go the same direction as last time. I don't need to go the same direction, but I want to because I want to make sure I don't... It will reduce the chances of... Bye. I don't want them to break my armor. Dung pies. That makes sense as a thing to get from these that are not dung based. Sure. What's my armor looking like? Partially dead. That's another part of these games that I think, this game that I think is a bad choice. The extent to which it emphasizes breaking your gear. Flimthering, that's actually pretty good. That could be pretty fun, actually. Against alone, I fully emphasize damage. I think flimthering is the lighter you are, which is, it doesn't fit with this weapon, but maybe I can work it with the puzzling sword, because it hits fast. So if I go to this guy, oops, I can attack decently quick. If I have flimthering and the ring of blades, it will hit very hard. But I'll test that after I upgrade this weapon. Should I upgrade that weapon? Probably not. If it uses a type of item that I want. Like, okay, so I can get back up that way. Maybe I hit it twice. If I can go back up that way, I will test this. So if I hit it now, just use this for a second. Ooh, he moved. I mean, it's not very good there, but... I mean, that attack is fun. That's the big thing. It's a fun weapon aesthetically. I mean, it's complete garbage on upgraded compared to, like, my actual weapon, but... I have to go down here, drop, and run back up. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Pretty easy. Pretty safe. And back up, and I'll see if the door is open. It's about time for me to stop for today, though. So, I'm back up here now. I'm here. This is the door. It is not open. So that's not what that does. Good to know. But since my assumption was I've hit it twice now, so I'll hit it one more time. And then I will go back down. I don't know if it reacted to that. Oh, I can't tell. Maybe it's in and it doesn't change anymore. Maybe. I'm just going to explore the other direction now. Okay. Ah, yes, this area with the mage up above and the spirits that are garbage. Well, let's just accept losing everything. Yep, good design. Fun design. Unavoidable damage is good design. Always. Definitely. Everyone loves it. Ugh. If you want these items, you have to walk on the spikes. And no bonfire for you. Oops, I was gonna go back and use an effigy. Oh well. Guess I won't do that. Also, that's a lot, like, the cat ring doesn't do as much as it feels like it should. I still took damage from a fairly short fall in the context of these games. Obviously not in the context of reality, but reality has no bearing on this world, as has been established many times. And it's obviously clear because it's a fantasy fiction, but it's a fictional fantasy world. Okay, so I should just be able to run past now. As long as I don't walk on that. Then I need to drop down the pit, which I will intentionally jump over the first time to hopefully reduce the fall damage a little. Because it maybe dropping from there could deal fall damage. But guess what? Same suicide run because I can't kill them and I want the items. Wow. Fun design. Maybe if I equipped specific boots, I would be immune to the spikes. But there's nothing that indicates as such. I don't think there's anything I've read. Not that I read the items, which might be my undoing, but it's just why? Oh, wait. Oh, they need to find where those guys' tombs are and destroy them so that I can actually kill them instead of getting trapped. Did that hovel guy just fall to their death? That'd be pretty funny if they did. Kind of want to see if I can jump here. You know what? You can. Saves a second at most, but it saves time. And you've only got so much time on the Earth. Even if you became immortal, you would still have a limited time, but a couple seconds wouldn't matter on the scale of billions of years. But you still would have a limited time because of, like, the heat death of the universe and all that. How the world will eventually collapse and the universe will end. But it's not important. Okay, I'm gonna bait this guy out this time. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna go down a different door. Oh, this does something? Wow, interactive enemies. I don't think I want to go down this way. But I don't know where I'm going, so... No, I need to turn right in here. I need to go this way. Old growth balm. Give me their tombs. Let me desecrate these guys' tombs. Oh, not Jester Thomas. Bye. Please don't be a boss. Thank you. Oh, it's... Okay, it's not a boss. It's not somewhere I want to be, but it's not a boss. Though I'm gonna be honest, I would rather it be a boss than... There's a bonfire. Bonfire. Please. Bonfire me. Those guys are not as aggressive as they could be. Are they blind? Like a genuine question, are they blind? Oh yeah, Jester Thomas, so I can't rest. Well, guess I'm running back. On the assumption that the key that I'm looking for is in the shrine and not out here. I'm gonna die. I didn't die. Soul of a great hero. Fun. Never let people rest at the bonfire because a dark spirit's here, so instead let them die and then respawn at the same bonfire with slightly lower max HP. It's so interesting. I hate the system of dying, giving you the curse stuff, losing your max HP. It's so unnecessary. I don't think it makes the game more fun. It makes the game more difficult, but again, I've mentioned it. The people that will need the game to be more difficult are also the people that are not going to die a ton, in which case it making the game more difficult doesn't really benefit them. And the people that die a ton just suffer. It's just not a positive implementation of a system, in my opinion. Okay. I'm gonna try to get all the items I can spot on the floor here. I'm gonna die 15 times doing it. And then I'm gonna wrap up for today. I don't think this place looks like it's gonna go anywhere, but it might over that way. I just want to get all the items, and then if this area continues to a new place, I will not go that way yet, because the item I'm looking for is probably not this way. There's an item back there that I can pick up off the floor, but for now... Oh, that's a random pit that you fall into and die. It's so necessary, so beneficial. Makes the game better. No dragonstone. Is that going to be from killing the dragon boss? Ah, yes. Puzzles. Some of the puzzles are fun. I'm just kind of... Ooh, new weapon at least. Not one that I want, but... Did I lose all my souls? I must have. Oh well. I got a greatsword. Greatsword's up here. Drake blood. Check here. Drake blood. It has a flat magic and lightning. And it has EA scaling, so it's a dex scaling. It's probably not terrible. It's not what I need. It's not what I'm looking for. It's not the attack style I like, but... I just want to upgrade the puzzle sword. Because it is cool looking. And that's all that matters. Because if I need a strong weapon, this is a strong weapon. It's fully upgraded. What the... What does this do? It opens this. An elevator to a place... I remember seeing a place that had that type of floor, so maybe this will let me go there? Why would it do that? I don't know. Strong attack. It's so bad, probably, but it's so neat. It's like a chain, you know, chain swords. They're always fun. No, this is a different place. Where am I? Where am I? I've never been here. Okay, so I know where this is. I need to wrap it up for the day, though. Again, why do I leave steps sometimes? Was it because I was in water? But, like, it's not always doing that. I can go up this and then I'll wrap it up. Depending on where I go. I wonder how this... Whether this has a special power stance. Like, it could. It seems like the type of weapon that might. Because it has that sort of attack. Now, am I where I'm looking for? Is the key that I'm looking for here? That would be lovely. Nope. Not at all what I'm looking for. I'll keep going this way until I find a bonfire. Which is here. Good to know. Very useful bonfire. Definitely useful. I'm just going to go back. Upgrade this puzzle sword as much as I can. Just for some variety. I'll continue next time. Exploring the area. Going back to the... area that I just left. That I need to actually explore in order to... do anything. Like... I need to explore that to find the key to get to the area to potentially get bright bugs. Also, I'm not going to just get bright bugs and go back to alone. Like, I'll go back to alone later than that. I want to check something. This is more important to upgrade. Okay, perfect. It is maxed out, so I can upgrade this without worry. So that is fully upgraded. Just like the Majestic is. This does pretty mediocre damage, honestly. In my mind, it doesn't seem very good. It's better than that, which is +5, but this is a +5 that can't go any further, I think. Still can't wield the Majestic. But I'll use this for a bit. Oh, it's a thruster though. Eh. I'll use this for a bit, just for variety. So I'm gonna go back to this bonfire, because I need to go... There's a bonfire in there that I missed. Because I need to go through there to find the item, I think. But that will be next time. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.